I am like this close to having a book self-published. It's a children's book. I was going to go traditional publishing route, but it was inspired by like an interaction with my kid. So I'm going self-publishing route just to get it up and out there. And I'm like this close to being done. It's very exciting. But I did, inspired by somebody I saw on TikTok, I included this little blurb in the book. This book was created by a human being without the use of artificial intelligence. Honestly, I'm still a little on the fence about AI. Like, there's obviously things I do not like. Making people say things they would never say, or to be deceitful, like all that stuff. I think it should be regulated. I don't like that it kind of just, it steals from other people is the general feeling I get from it. But I do see like practical application for it. It is the sum of human knowledge being filtered through an artificial intelligence that can summarize and what's the word where like collides things, conglomerates. Sure, that sounds like a good word. But yeah, definitely for like creative work. Not a fan, really. Some of it's harmless, like on like TikTok and stuff, you'll see like dark fantasy, blah, 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 blah. And it's like Shrek in a 80s dark fantasy. It's like, would it be cooler if somebody made that? Yeah, but like, does it need to go further than like an AI generated thing? And then the environmental impacts, of course. So I saw somebody do this on TikTok, add this little blurb in their the copyright page. And it got me really thinking. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, actually, of how do we as artists compete in an age where, people can just type it and it gets generated. And I think a huge part of that is letting yourself be known as a human being. And, I've kind of started doing that with my channel. I saw an interview with the lead singer of OK Go. His name escapes me at the moment. He said they were talking about AI, and he said something to the effect of, everything is possible, therefore nothing is special. Right? You remember the first time when like Star Wars came out and it was like a big ship? It was like, whoa, how did they even do that? And now it's kind of like, well, computers. Like, it's lost its charm. Like, people still get amazed at puppetry and practical effects and things like that because there's like a human tangible element to it. And that's not to say that, CG artists aren't real artists. I love watching Corridor Crew. I think what those guys do is amazing, and they point out how CG works. But still, that real world tangibility seems to really resonate with people. And so I'm hoping, the book should be out in a few weeks, hopefully available for purchase. I very intentionally I use my phone to take photos of the pictures of the drawings, and you can very much see the paper texture, you can see the ink lines, and that was all very intentional with that in mind. Like, let the consumer see the producer behind the product. Yeah. It also reminded me of like, I was watching Sword in the Stone with my kid. And a lot of those old Disney movies, you can like see the scratchy line work. 101 Dalmatians is another one. You see the scratchy line work of the artists in the animation. And then you switch from that to like a modern day animation. It's like too smooth, right? People complain about that with film cameras too. Like the graininess of older movies versus the too perfect look of modern movies. I think it's all related. But I think the proper response to AI is let the human element shine through. Don't be afraid to be human. Okay. Normally, this is the part of the video where I would type and work on something. I've been working on this movie that may be a web series now. I don't know. Still working on it. I've been finding that if I handwrite it, I get more work done than trying to type it. So I am going to set a 10-minute timer, and then we're going to do some work together. If you're leaving, I love you. Good luck on all the stuff you do. And don't be afraid to be human. And if you're sticking around, I love you too. And we'll see you in about 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Okay. About 2 seconds left, and I was in a great stopping point. All right. Wow, I made so much progress. I mean, standing on the shoulders of giants, right? I've been doing a lot of work off camera, but I made so much progress on this one. That made me very excited. I've been so frustrated with this. I've almost given up on it a couple times, and then just like every now and then I'll hit this like thread where I'm like, okay, this can work. I'm excited again. Okay. Don't be afraid to be human, everybody. Don't be afraid to show the flaws in your work. Actually, like on that note, I was free writing, obviously, and my mind wandered to that interview with the lead singer of Okago again, and they were talking about the music video with all the robot arms, love, and something else they talked about, and that is they're not afraid to show that they're getting ready to show a magic trick. In fact, they say, hey, we're getting ready to do a magic trick. This is how we're going to do the magic trick. Execute the magic trick, on to the next one. And people still love it. Like, they love seeing how stuff gets set up and seeing it executed. So I think because I'm kind of writing in like this fantasy genre, I've had this like hitch in my brain that like, how am I going to make, monsters? How am I going to make magic look good? And I was finally just like, don't be afraid to be human. Lean into the jank, show the magic trick. Like, if I have a monster that needs to be a puppet, don't try to hide the fact that it's a puppet. If we're doing like a low budget movie, just lean into the fact that it's something that looks cool. And if it looks a little jank, it'll probably just actually make it seem better. It's very counterintuitive, but I think I'm onto something there. Okay, I love y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm going to try to do these more regularly, but life's been busy with the baby. See ya.